Now, what do you need a traditional office for? Are you sure that a desk and a chair is how your head functions the best? Most people, again, that I know would say that they have their best ideas having a beer with friends or taking a walk or in the bath or making love or whatever. Nobody ever says that, well, I got to the office 8:30 in the morning, I sat by at my desk and boo, this wonderful idea emerged. And working hours. Working hours are for counting bodies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11, 264. Most of them came to work today and has absolutely no connection to what happened here. And particularly, of course, in most places, working hours also create rush hour commute, so that it takes the maximum time to get to work. And once you've been driving in the rush hour traffic, you're boiling to start with, so you need the first 1 hour to calm down before you can even start thinking of something creative and innovative. And of course, most people that I know are happy to succeed together. In team sports, our team scored. But as we know, in work, that's not the case. We reward management, we give them credit. Who cares of the rest? So once again, our value set reflects and radiates every single day this model that this is a body-related business. Nobody's really interested in the head to start with. Take that a little further on my third bullet there. How do you lead the head? How do you manage knowledge so that it's optimal for you? And once again, painfully, we know the answers. Nobody knows. The approach tends to be this boss-subordinate relationship instead of being peers, everybody together in creating the new world, the innovations, the products, and so on. Particularly, this is sensitive today because there's certainly no education gap that we had 50 years ago, started 200 years ago with the industrial age, where the boss had education and nobody else did. Of course, in our society today, the younger you are, the better educated you are by definition. The more fresh ideas you have, the more you have been exposed to the world, often, again, internationally, traveling, studying abroad, exchange students, and so on. So all those things are there in the younger generation, but no. I'm sure you would know a lot of bosses who take pride in managing you by controlling the information that they give to you. This is very sensitive stuff, so this cannot be shared outside management. What absolute bullshit. How can you run a company where 99% of the people don't even have a clue where the company expects to go? So, once again, total change in the model. Share everything. Tell everybody everything. Let them decide when there's information overflow and they can't use it. Just imagine the company where the employees would say, stop, I don't want to know that much about the company. And if you take that to the society, we take pride in our society to have a microphone in the mouth of the prime minister like every day. What's going on? What's your position on this? How do you see this affecting Estonia? Have you ever seen a microphone in the mouth of the CEO, the boss? Tell your employees what is going on today, what your priorities are right now. Unheard of. Unheard of. We subscribe to newspapers to be informed of the world. We subscribe to magazines to know about golf or sailing or whatever it is. But nobody ever subscribes to a magazine on our company to know what's going on. So, a crucial part of this learning is to accept that everybody innovates. Innovation has nothing to do with research and development, has nothing to do with labs and so on. Innovation is around us every single moment. Every single person here innovates all the time. Are you ever listened to is a different question. Israel was mentioned in my introduction here. Israel is the leading technology country in the world, period. Israel is a small country in the desert. No natural resources. Of course, their richness has been the growing population. It grew from 4 million or 5 million to about 7 million, particularly with the influx of Jews from the former Soviet Union. But Israel had this slight dilemma. We don't seem to have any high-tech industry here. Now, quite opposite to most European nations, they did not say, isn't that too bad? It were so nice to have something advanced going on, but of course it's so troublesome that maybe the next parliament will do something about this. No, Israel said, let's create it. They jump-started the whole thing. They started the Office of the Chief Scientist in 1969. They created 3 very, very significant and worldwidely unique programs for growth entrepreneurship. They created the technological incubators. They created the YOSMA project to provide capital for entrepreneurs, and also the Magnet program. I talk a few words of the first 2. The technological incubators are a set of 25 operations throughout the country that help entrepreneurs. But not in the way that our nations do that, and most of the European nations do that, by saying that, isn't it nice to have entrepreneurs? Hey, you want to start a company, here are a few pennies for you. Why don't you do as best as you can? Israel wanted success. So they started these incubators, but there was a very, very careful and stringent selection process. Not everybody wins, not everybody succeeds, so they choose anytime between 3 and 7% of the applicants to enter the incubator. They get the financial support, they get space and tools, but most of all they get advisory from very qualified, successful entrepreneurs. Now, if you compare that to how my native Finland would be doing this, there are over 100 so-called incubators that are really real estate agencies, because we have this office building here and we'd love to have someone in this room, so please come to the incubator, so we are happy.